Well, hi everybody, it's Mr. Anime here.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Ethan.
Hi, Elliot Roger here. This is my last video. It all has to come to this.
The gunman was a 22-year-old named Elliot Roger.
Elliot
YouTube
Rogers
has always had a rich history when it comes to killers, which honestly isn't all that.
Why did that look like Bo Burnham? That looked like Bo Burnham. That made me just use. It'd be hilarious. Uses a clip of just Bo Burnham.
To killers, which honestly isn't all that surprising.
Oh my god, dude!
Script,
another Mandela catalog of Andy in chat. Yes, I've seen the Mandela catalog, and I've been asked to watch it a fucking million times.
This platform stands as the second largest social media site on the planet, with approximately 2.3 billion users, meaning that in theory, about 30% of the entire world's population has a YouTube account. With that being said, it's no wonder that truly disturbed individuals like Elliot Roger, Trey Sessler, or Ethan Crumley
charged with terrorism and first.
Hey, yo, what? Excuse me? What did this kid do? Terrorism? What do you mean terrorism? School shooter? Bro, he's like 7. What?
Degree murder
have found their way to the site at some point, as it's something that's unfortunately bound to happen with a platform this massive. But of all the confirmed YouTube killers that have gained infamy over the past 16 years, they all seem to share one similarity, that at this point they've either been captured by police or for whatever reason are no longer alive. And though their stories are still incredibly frightening, they fortunately
they keep using footage of him as a child. He's 15 now? Oh, okay.
They have in some way.
Wait, was he 15 when he did it? The main question here is, you know, did he kill people when he was like
been accounted for?
Yes, he was 15. Okay.
Well, that is all but one at least, as I can only think of a single example of a YouTube
okay, he was 15. All right.
After committing their
that makes more sense.
Has essentially vanished off of the face of the earth. It's a man whose guilt was never in question, yet who is now walking freely among the general public, somewhere out there. And to make his story that much more shocking, it's a man who we're already familiar with.
I want my daughter to know that I love you.
This video is sponsored by Audible, the leading provider of spoken
Hey,
word
I'm sponsored by them
Audible
too.
Is a March 24th, 2014. An obscure home video is uploaded to YouTube with the title, "Cute Baby Laughing at Mommy Blowing Bubbles." The clip shows a mother holding her daughter as she blows gum bubbles, much to the enjoyment of the baby, who is laughing along, completely infatuated with the ordeal. This would be the first video published to a channel called
I don't like this,
which was run by a man of the same name. And pictured within this video was his wife Savannah, the mother of his 2 children, along with his daughter Mackenzie. From the outside looking in, Trent was clearly a man who cared deeply about his family, as many of the uploads on this channel centered around.
Yo, thank you, Sally Sprout.
This theme would continue on.
Hey, maybe not call her a MILF on a video of someone that potentially is going to die in a second. Trust me, there's been people in the past who've said, like, oh, I love this person. Oh, this guy is great. And then the next frame, they like murdering people. Just stop. It's not smart. First time chat. Oh no. Oh no.
For years to come, as Trent would officially switch to a new channel called Big Money T, where he continued posting.
Just lock him up already. You just lock him up already. His name's Big Money T. Just literally cuff the guy. Like, just cuff him already. Just having a name like that. Get out of here.
More family content, using the page as a way to document their memories together, along with occasionally showing off his RC cars and tech tips. His videos were fairly low quality, and the channel is about what you would typically expect from a dad who was just using the site to archive footage, which equated to the channel being as obscure as it gets, as none of his videos would ever gain any serious traction. Or at least all but one. As on October 21st, 2020, Trent would post one of the more infamous videos in YouTube's recent history, which instantly turned this mundane channel into one of the site's darkest.
I'm recording this because I want my daughter to know that I love you, Pascal. I'm so sorry.
This is pretty recent.
I want you to know that you mean everything to me. I didn't choose this.
Oh,
Your mom
this?
chose this. She's been cheating on me for a long time.
Oh,
I didn't
no.
do nothing wrong to her.
Much like his time had began on YouTube all the way back in 2014, this video, his final video, would also have his wife Savannah and daughter Mackenzie as its primary focus, with its title simply being his daughter's full name. Only, unlike his inaugural video, this clip was far more disturbing.
I put everything into this relationship. I have done nothing to your mom. I've never hit her. I've never hurt her. I've never called her names.
The video shows Trent as he calmly addresses his daughter, explaining that he had caught her mother cheating, and that he was sorry and heartbroken for what was to come. The video then ends abruptly as a noise can be heard in the background, leading him to run and hide in a dark room.
Bro, what?
Without context, it's hard to understand what is happening with this video, though naturally, many would assume that it was in regards to an impending divorce. However, the reality was far more bleak than that, as in the moments immediately following this video, Trent would approach Savannah with a loaded handgun, and in an instant, open fire, shooting her twice and eventually killing her. Trent would then go on to upload the video
So
to
wait, this
YouTube.
is real? The video? Yeah. Yeah, all this is real. It's not fake. This ain't no story time shit. I don't understand why he uploaded it. That's confusing.
Shortly after, not as an apology for some divorce or anything like that, but as an apology to his son and daughter for killing their own mother. Making matters more disturbing, while Trent talks, he appears completely emotionless, and despite multiple attempts to fake cry, no tears ever fall.
I'm hurting so bad. I didn't do nothing wrong to her.
It's so, dude, just fucking paid actors with this shit. Every time you see one of these videos and they try to show emotion, they're literally just paid actors. I didn't do anything wrong. Nope.
And all the while he's talking, he seems more focused on his hair and looks rather than anything else.
I'm like, why me? My hair's a mess and I look horrible. Oh, sorry.
Yo, what? Just killed my wife. Dude, my hair. Dude, what's going on with my hair, bro? Like, oh, shit. I'm looking like shit right now after killing my wife.
These off.
And instead, he seems totally void of any regret or empathy for the situation that was now unfolding, and the fact that he had now robbed his children of their mother, all because he thought she was cheating. And ultimately, he paints himself as the real victim, as their mother was the one that had
that makes sense.
cheated on him. The context of it all made this story almost
We're not posting alien bacon videos anymore. We're making a podcast.
unbearably upsetting.
We posted about it on our Twitter.
Worse as new details emerged.
Oh my gosh, I
In the
look a
days
mess. I just
following,
murdered my
it
wife in
revealed
cold
that
blood.
the
Oh,
news
jeez.
heard while filming that had initially caused Trent to run and hide was, in all likelihood, Savannah herself arriving home.
You love me like your own.
And according to the police report, Trent was hidden within the shower of their bathroom when he ambushed Savannah and subsequently took her life. Which, if you
What the fuck?
Listen closely to the end of the video, you can clearly hear the rustling of shower curtains. Implying that this video
Poor
was
guy,
likely
look at him. His
taken
hair's a
within
mess. I know. I
minutes
feel bad
before
for the
murder
guy.
took place, and he was seen and heard here on camera, hiding in preparation to carry this out. Given the shocking nature of this situation and this video, the story unsurprisingly became huge news across the world, and it even made a spot on YouTube's Darkest Channels 3. But if you had watched my video back when it was released, you'll likely be a bit confused as to why we're discussing it here. As if you remember,
More
Trent's
info?
story had seemingly come to an absolute end the very day that he posted his last video.
More info?
Following breaking news from the Greenspoint area tonight, where a Harris County Sheriff's deputy shoots a man in front of a shopping center.
Investigators say the man shot was on the run, accused of killing his estranged wife.
We have a picture of the suspect in this case. That suspect is
Oh!
48-year-old Trent Pascal.
Oh!
Immediately following
Was
this
his hair okay? Like, did he look good, though? When he died? Like, when he got shot? When he was running off, did he look good?
laying of Savannah, Trent would flee the scene, with police later tracking him down in a Walmart parking lot in Houston, Texas. There, Trent would refuse to comply with police demands, as he faced the officers with the murder weapon still in his hand. And in one fleeting moment of desperation, Trent would raise that weapon, causing police to immediately open fire. Thankfully, Trent was unable to discharge his weapon in time, and no officers would be injured. Though Trent himself would be shot multiple times, leaving him in critical condition, though he would eventually go on to survive the ordeal. And after nearly 2 months of recovery—
What? What the just let him die. What the fuck? But okay, at least they fixed his, like, was his hair looking good when he was sitting on the gurney and stuff, and they were keeping him alive? Does his hair look good? Oh man, he survived. How's his hair though?
He would be back to full health and placed behind bars. This is not only where Trent's story ended on YouTube's Darkest Channels 3, but it also seemed to be the ending of his story in general, as he would likely spend the rest of his life in prison. And truthfully, out of all the cases I've covered on this channel, I probably would have picked this as one of the least likely to have any major updates, as it seemed about as open and shut as it gets. But
he walked free, didn't he? Right?
Little did I know that at the time of posting that video over a year ago, Trent Pascal wasn't even in prison. Following his recovery in December of 2020, Trent would then be turned over to authorities, with his guilt being completely certain, as other than his own incriminating video, and the fact that he had raised his weapon at police officers.
His hair was too good for jail?
By his neighbor immediately following the shooting, as he was talking on the phone to his aunt and confessing to everything he did. Plus, Savannah's own mother had been with her when she was shot, and had witnessed everything before escaping the scene. Trent was undoubtedly guilty of murder. Yet, despite this and the disturbing behavior exhibited before and after his crime, the courts would make the bizarre decision to allow him to go out on bail. The decision was shocking and immediately—
Dude! What the fuck? How in the hell? What is our justice system, dude? What is our justice system? Dude, I was honestly like thinking, okay, yeah, like this dude probably got life in prison, you know, like maybe like what, 30 years on with parole or something like that. But no, white man again. Old white man power, dude. He's got like this buff ability where you can murder your wife, have billions of proof, and just let him go on bail. It felt racially motivated to let him go. No, honestly, I think probably the judge said the C word by accident and he felt really bad, so he let him go. His hair, dude, it's his hair. I'm telling you, it was his fucking hair the whole time. If he were black, he definitely would have been given. Dude, if he were black, he'd be dead. They would have finished the job. Like when he got shot in the Walmart parking lot, they would have made sure he stayed dead. The C word? I'm really craving some snacks, some like salty snack. It starts with the C. I can't think of the word right now. It's like crunchy, salty, saltine. I can't think of the word. It starts with the C though. You know, like you eat them with cheese. There's Lunchables that have them in there. Can you not say no? I'm not going to say it. Remember, Twitch doesn't like that word. Hassan got banned for saying it. Not only Hassan, internet comment etiquette got banned for a month. He got banned for a month for saying that. Said the C word, hard R, he had no choice but to let him go. Yeah, he said the C word with the hard R. It's like game over. Like he felt so bad.
Met with criticism.
Cracker Barrel is a great establishment. That's true. I love Cracker Barrel. That actually they suck. Honestly, Cracker Barrel does suck. But Cracker Barrel, you know.
As in Texas, bail can be denied to those who the court deemed to be a risk to the community. And due to the fact that Trent
Crackers is a great snack. I agree.
Wife, pulled a gun on police officers, and the fact that his children were still out there, well, most considered him to be just that, a risk to the community. Yet for whatever reason, the judge didn't see it this way, with his bail being posted at $250,000. And despite the steep cost, his parents would scrape the money together and pay to have their son released.
Why would you, even as parents, why would you do that? What the fuck? Hey, yo, like, dude, I'm telling you, every time I see one of these videos and it's a white dude, like, you could go back on my history of videos and, like, compare the videos of white dudes doing bad things and getting away with it and black dudes doing bad things and being completely fine. I mean, like, you know, like, not getting away with it. As you know what I'm saying? That they get it way worse is what I'm saying. But white dudes end up just walking free for literally murdering their wife and having ample evidence about it. It is Texas after all. Oh, yeah, it's true. yeah. Like, black people get life in prison for freaking weed, dude. But dude murders his wife? Come on. I mean, come on. Yeah, it's just a woman. Like, it's just another woman. Who cares? Am I right, guys? Like, come on.
Released, who, other than
it's
wearing
the hair.
an ankle monitor and showing up to regular court hearings, would be able to live a somewhat normal life until his inevitable conviction. By the end of December, Trent Pascal, the undeniable killer, would be released among the general public in Houston, Texas. The decision was immediately met with disagreement that would only grow over time, as within the span of just 2 months, Trent would find his way back into custody on 2 separate occasions, both of which for violating the terms of his bail, though in each instance, they allowed him to go back on bail. There was every—
Dude, he knows someone. Like, there's no fucking way. Like, he knows someone. Like, there's no fucking way, dude. He knows the judge or something. Like, there's no fucking way. The judge is probably a fan of his YouTube channel.
Every opportunity to assure that this man never walked this earth freely again, and yet every time they chose to let him leave. And unsurprisingly, these
Nah, he's just a white guy in America. I mean, that is true.
Eventually lead to a devastating consequence. On April 13th, 2021, a call would be made to authorities in Houston.
Don't tell me he killed someone else. Please don't tell me he killed someone else. Please, for the love of God, tell me he didn't murder someone else. For my own sanity. Please.
Texas, stating that a used car had been stolen from a local dealership. The caller described how an anonymous man had
Hair
entered
too
the
good for
business
prison. So do I
and
get a
asked the
pet
driver-
snake or what? If you really want to take care of a pet snake, you could get a pet snake. I don't care.
Black Chevy Tahoe parked in the lot, to which the employee, a man named Jack Ford, happily obliged. As the two set out for their drive, Jack began to notice that the man was acting somewhat strange, calling his behavior suspicious, but not enough to stop the test early. However, out of the blue, the man would then turn sharply into a gas station parking lot and bring the car to a sudden stop. Once there, he would pull a knife from his pocket and order Jack out of the car before quickly speeding away. Police would later arrive on the scene, where, upon checking the CCTV footage from the gas station, they'd make the startling discovery that the suspect looked eerily similar to Trent Pascal. But this couldn't be, as Trent had an ankle monitor on, which showed that he was still at his parents' house, who had taken
He cut off his leg.
him in after posting bail. Confused, authorities would rush to the home, where rather than finding Trent, they would instead find his ankle monitor, clipped in half and lying on the floor.
Okay. Isn't the point of an ankle monitor, like the fact that if they mess with it and if they cut it, that they know? Isn't that the entire fucking point of an ankle monitor? Is that if you take it off, the cops know? So you're telling me everyone who has an ankle monitor can just buy some hedge cutters and just cut it off? Dude, the cops are in on this. There's no fucking shot. The cops are 1,000% in on this. 1,000% the cops are in on this. Of course they are. Or bolt cutters, whatever. Of course they are, dude. Why not, dude? Why not?
It was Trent Pascal who had stolen that car, and not only was he armed and dangerous, but he was now officially on the run. The news was extremely concerning, not only for members of the community, but for Savannah's parents in particular, as during Savannah's murder, her own mother Shirley was present at the scene, leaving her with the possibility that Trent could come back to finish the job.
Dude, like, what kind of, oh my God, like, how do you even exist? Like, how does this even exist, bro? The mom witnessed her daughter getting murdered. Like, what more do you need, bro? What more do you need? He literally fucking posted a video. I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. Oh, dude. That's her mom. Her mom witnessed her own daughter die, get murdered by someone, and the murderer literally just gets off scot-free. Oh my God. Fuck America, dude.
But even more worrisome was the fact that Savannah's parents
Fuck the justice
had become
system.
the guardians to Trent and Savannah's children, who were now left
Fuck
without
cops.
parents. And with Trent on the loose, there was a very real chance that he could try and take his kids back, using whatever means necessary. But it wasn't just Savannah's parents who were left devastated by the news, as Trent's very own parents had now been put in a truly awful position. They were the ones who had paid for his release 3 separate times, which added up to a whopping $550,000. And with Trent on the run, his parents were set to lose all that money. To make matters worse, this was money that they allegedly didn't even have. and they were forced to use collateral as well when signing the contracts,
Oh
which would also
my
be taken
God.
from them due to Trent's behavior. And according to those close with the family, that
So not only, so he literally fucks over his parents too. What a guy.
collateral had included their very
I mean, to
own
be fair, it's their
house,
fault for
meaning
doing
that
it,
with
but
Trent gone, not only were his parents going to lose all their money, but they'd also be losing their home as well. The same home that they allowed Trent to stay in. So despite everything they did for him, Trent would just turn around and put them in a situation that would essentially make them homeless.
is he still gone? I don't know.
With Trent
We'll
now
get there.
completely missing, all parties involved were searching desperately for him. As from the second he disappeared, his whereabouts were completely unknown, meaning that his next move was impossible to predict. A next move that, to this day, has yet to come. As since that moment Trent went on the run back in April, there has been no substantial updates on where he might be.
3 months of work update. It's been snowing crazy out here, and I haven't been able to melt down any metal because everything's wet. Gonna need a bit longer. What? What are you talking about? What? Thank you for the sub.
At one point,
What are you making?
U.S. Marshals believed there was a sighting in Green Bay, Wisconsin, though to this day...
Oh, the gift I was gonna send you for... Oh, okay. Fucking melting down metal, bro? What the fuck?
And other than this, there's been no other reported sightings or clues as to where he might be. And for all intensive purposes, Trent has essentially dropped off the face of the earth. This is a
He escaped to
situation I
Canada?
became aware
Probably.
of practically right after he had escaped. And since then, I've been checking for news almost daily to see if there's been any sort of development, as I had a strong feeling that at some point, the guilt that Trent must be feeling for basically ruining his parents' life would finally...
Guilt? You think this guy feels guilt? Bro, he's a psychopath. You really think he cares?
Eat at him enough to turn himself in. But so far, nothing.
Cringe.
Which just
Yo,
further
Flower Girl Power,
showcases
thank
how
you.
deeply narcissistic this man is. Something that was already on full display within his final video.
Well,
and with Trent
sorry that
having
your cat threw up on you.
vanished, the big fear now is that he is going to come after his children, whether it be today, tomorrow, or 10 years from now. Which is something
He feels guilty because all of the pictures they took was him with bad hair. That's all the guilt he feels.
that Savannah's parents now have to live with on a daily basis, as they've even told the press that we're constantly on guard, constantly watching. It's high anxiety. It's been a very hard year. And until Trent is hopefully one day caught, they are sadly going to have to continue living with this fear. And given the way
That's
this case
so
has gone
fucked.
so far, I can safely say that Trent Pascal's story is nowhere near over. Okay, so I have a last second update here. I had put off making this video for months because I've been waiting for a huge development to happen. And finally, it did. And of course it happened right after I completely finished this video. But as it turns out, YouTube's missing killer isn't missing anymore. Just before the start of the new year, police in Marion County, Florida were alerted to a man matching Trent's description.
Dude, that fucking scared me. There's a Marion County close to me. That scared me for a second. That I literally made me like have a little heart attack for a second.
Who had been spotted in a
It's always
nearby
Florida,
trailer
though.
park, with the caller noting that the man was still currently residing there within his van. Following the tip, authorities would gather evidence and eventually head to the area on January 3rd to confront this man in person and to see if it truly was Trent. The vehicle would quickly be located, where inside, a man would refuse to step out. With their weapons raised, police would knock on the window and yell at the man to surrender, when suddenly a single
What's up, Wonder Boy?
gunshot rang out from inside the van, followed by silence. Inside the vehicle, Trent Pascal was dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Lamau! Lamau! What a fucking loser, dude. What a fucking loser. Fuck him. Glad he's gone. What a coward and a loser. Oh, God. I hate him. He never got anything he deserved.
Now it's time to walk away. I hope you enjoyed your stay. Did you laugh or cry or maybe subscribed? I'll thank you either way. You know I will miss you. I hope you return. Tell your friend or your mother to get me more views, please.